What's good, guys? It's Rising Unique. So today, man, in this video, bro, basically, guys, I'm gonna be showing you guys how to make a thumbnail for NBA2K19. So yeah, whether you're doing a jump shot video or any type of thumbnail, man, I'm gonna show you guys how to do that. So yeah, if you guys do enjoy this video, man, drop a like, drop a sub. But yeah, without further ado, we're gonna get right into this, man. So basically, guys, I all know that you guys probably know how to use Photoshop, and that's why you clicked on this video. So basically, all you guys have to do to make a thumbnail, I'm sorry if my mouse is kind of loud. So basically, all you guys have to do is just press File, go to New, and then you guys are gonna want to create a new document. The size is 1280 by 720. That's the size for a thumbnail. So yeah, basically, if you guys don't know how to get a good MyPlayer picture, go watch the video. The link's in the description. It's one of my videos that I posted on the channel. So yeah, once you guys get a good MyPlayer screenshot, all you guys have to do is just get like green light screenshots or just some good screenshots that you want to use on your thumbnail. So yeah, shout out to my boy Crew Nation. I'm just doing a thumbnail. I appreciate the screenshots, man. So yeah, basically what you guys are going to want to do as you start off, you're going to want to get all your images and put it into this one file. So yeah, you have the MyPlayer screenshot and you have the two green light screenshots. So basically what you guys are going to want to do is make it so you can see the MyPlayer screenshot and just press P for the pen tool. Now this is the best way to cut out MyPlayers. So basically all you guys have to do is just click and drag forward to make it round. So yeah, all you guys have to do is just left click and either drag or drag that way. It all depends on which way the character looks. So basically, as you can see, I'm gonna drag this way because it's upwards instead of me dragging this way. So yeah, if you guys mess up, all you guys have to do is just press Control Z. So basically all you guys have to do is just click around this player. The more points the better, so don't rush the cutouts because they're like the main part. Always make sure your cutouts are crispy, because basically what I think as a designer is the cutouts are the most important part of the thumbnail. They just make the thumbnail come more alive, you feel me? So yeah, I'm not gonna try and make this video too long. So yeah, basically just do the same thing I'm doing. Just go up, and for big curves like that, just do that. Sometimes it might be hard to cut out the MyPlayer. So yeah, just do that. And this is an in-depth tutorial. I'm not gonna speed up anything. So y'all better watch the whole entire video, bro. And if you guys want a header tutorial, I could do that for y'all too, bro. So everybody comment header tutorial in the comments. If you guys want a header tutorial soon. So yeah. Let me know if you guys think I'm gonna make it into DF, or at least let me know if you guys think I have potential to join DF. But yeah, hashtag unique for DF in the comments, you feel me? So yeah, bro, just keep going around the player, and if you mess up, just hit Control Z, and then if you mess up like a lot, you can hit Control Alt Z. And you're always gonna want to just make sure that the points are precise and that they look crispy, you feel me? Because nobody wants a bad cutout. Just makes the whole thumbnail look terrible, to be honest. And just don't be lazy when you're making your thumbnails. You want your thumbnails to be good because they're the most appealing thing. They're the things that make people click on your videos, you feel me? So everybody drop a like on this video, bro. So yeah, basically you're gonna get the cutout done, right? So yeah, just keep going around the player. And you can also use control and scroll down to move around, and you can also just use the mouse wheel to zoom in and zoom out by holding Alt. So you can zoom in and use this as a guide to help you out. So as you can see, I'm literally trying my hardest on this cutout. So yeah, that's good enough for me just for the sake of the video. Now what you guys are going to want to do is just connect your last point to your first point that you ever started with, and then you're just going to want to right click, make selection, make sure the feather radius is on 1, anti alias is on, and new selection is on, and press OK. So now what you guys are going to want to do is grab the MYCAREER tool, and then you guys are just going to want to hit layer via cut. So yeah, then after you do that, basically what you guys are going to want to do is press filter, camera raw filter, and this is on the player layer. So yeah, as you can see, this looks pretty crispy, and I like the outcome of it so far. So basically what I like to do is I like to turn the temperature up to like 5, and then I usually turn the tint to like 7 or 8. Exposure I put up like 0.50, and then contrast I put up like plus 27. Clarity you're gonna want to put up to like 35 or so, and then vibrance I usually put up to like 2. Saturation I usually put it up to like 6 or so. Whatever looks better for you, that's what you guys are gonna choose. So basically after that, all you guys are gonna want to do is just keep this layer selected and press Ctrl J to duplicate it. Go to filter, other, high pass, make sure the radius is on 4, press OK, and then over here is your blend mode. So as you can see, there's 2 layers, there's this one and this one, and then you guys are going to want to change the blend mode to overlay. So now as you guys can see, it looks 20 times better with the high pass added to it. So yeah, you're going to tend to see this as well. So once you combine the layers, you're going to see this. So basically you're going to want to just go in and erase these parts, because you don't want any showing spots, because that's gonna make the cutout look crappy, and you honestly don't want that to be the case when making a thumbnail, banner, anything. So yeah, if you guys don't know how to get good MyPlayer pictures, make sure you guys go check out the link in the description. It's one of my videos that I did. So yeah, so basically just go around the player just like this. Make sure your hardness is all the way down on your brush. Just like this. Erase this. Just like that. So this would have looked way better if I wasn't recording, because I'm just doing this for the sake of the video. So as you guys can see, the cutout looks pretty good now. And you can miss some spots as well, so you might want to go back in there and fix that up. And sometimes you might erase a little bit too much, so you just go back by pressing Ctrl Z. And now it's all basically cleared up. So yeah, now what you guys should do is make a new layer, hold Alt, and then you guys are gonna want to like put the cursor like in between the layer that you just made and the layer that's under it, which is should be your MyPlayer. And then you guys just click, and this would creates a clipping mask. So then what you guys are gonna want to do is press B on your keyboard, and then up here click the drop down menu and make sure your hardness is at 0, and make sure your size is at about 175 to like 200 pixels. It all depends on what you guys recommend. Sometimes I usually go up to like 400, And then basically at the top here, you're just going to want to put a light and lower the opacity to about 15. So then what you guys are going to want to do is combine these layers. And then if you have a lot of colors in your MyPlayer, what I like to do is I like to make a new layer above that. So right here is the layer tool. And basically all you guys are going to want to do is just use your brackets on your keyboard and use them to lower the size of the brush. So yeah, I like to do that. And then as you can see, there's some red right here, so I just like to make this smaller and go just like that. And then I'll put it on linear dodge add and lower the opacity to like 45. So then sometimes if there's glasses like this, I just press alt, click the color, and then I just add this like this. So then it just makes the whole thing look 20 times better. So yeah, that's good enough for me, just for the sake of the video. And then you guys are just gonna want to group these layers by holding shift. So basically click layer above your player and then click your player and press Control and G on your keyboard. So now what you guys are gonna want to do is just press Control T to make this bigger, which transforms your player, so then you could drag it. And make sure you guys always hold shift and alt when you're making the player bigger, because you don't want an uneven player. So yeah, once you guys do that, all you guys are gonna want to do is bring them screenshots of the gameplay. So basically what you do is you go to the microwave tool, you go to elliptical microwave tool, and then you just hold shift and drag until you get the best spot. And sometimes you won't get the best spot, so what you should do is just press right click on your mouse and then just press transform selection, and then you can just make this bigger and maybe move it over just a tiny bit, move it down a little bit, just like that, just to make it even. Then you guys are going to want to click enter and press Control J on your keyboard. Now what I usually like to do is I like to drag this right under the group 1, so then I don't have to worry about me what's it called, me having to get another background. So yeah, as you can see, I kind of messed up. So yeah, make sure you guys are selecting the right layer when you duplicate something. So yeah, just duplicate this, drag this layer under, and then what I like to do to make sure that the circles are even, I usually just make the circle and drag it over where I want the circle to actually be again. And then I press Control and I click on this little thumbnail right here, where the first circle began, and then I just go to the other layer, press Control J, and then I delete the layer that the circle came from, just like that. If I'm going too fast, just slow down the video or rewind it. I'm sorry, but I just really want to get this video out for you guys, and this is for the sake of the video. So once you guys got the first circle, you're gonna want to put it like in the bottom left corner, and then this one is gonna go like right here, and then you're gonna want to put it under this one. So then you just hold shift and then you select both of the layers. So I take the bottom layer, and while I'm holding shift, click the top, then they'll both select, press Control T, press shift, and basically just drag the corner up just like that, and then you're gonna want to put it under the group. So now what you guys are gonna want to do is just double click on this layer, and then I don't know if you guys have any GFX packs, but if you do, then you can do like the effects that I do, but it's all up to you. So basically once I do that, I make a gradient stroke and I do the size about 24, and then what I like to do is I like to do a gradient that's this color. So the hex code for this is 9A0DZ0 0 my fault. And then this hex code is FF4848. The last hex code is going to be FF0000. So yeah, the size is gonna be 24. And then what I like to do is I like to do inner shadow on this. Change the blend mode to normal, the color to black, and then I usually put the size up to about, I don't know, 68. Lower the opacity until it looks good. Maybe I'll put the choke up just a tiny bit to like 9. Opacity, I keep it around 90. So yeah, once you do that, all you guys are going to want to do is just right click on this circle, press copy layer style, and then you guys are going to want to paste it onto the other circle that doesn't have any effects. So then now, as you can see, both of them have the same exact effects and it looks really, really dope. So then after you guys do that, if you guys want to, you don't have to do this, but I recommend doing this. It just makes the thumbnail look a lot better. Basically, just double click on the group layer with the player. And then what I like to do is press inner glow, linear dodge add for the blend mode. Keep the opacity about 72, and then I'll put the size up to like, I don't know, 54. And I like to change the color to red. And sometimes I'll actually make the opacity increased. Then you guys are going to want to put outer glow, linear dodge add, full opacity, size, put it up, but then you can turn it down, turn on the opacity. And then you guys are just going to want to change it to red again. So now what you guys are going to want to do is just do a drop shadow, take the spread down to 0, distance to 0, and then just turn the size up. Keep the opacity around 60 or 50%. So yeah, once you do that, as you can see, it looks pretty dope and pretty nice. So yeah, after you guys do that, what I like to do is I like to go into the Honor Pack by Glory. So yeah, I'll put his link in the description. And I like to go into the effects tab, his favorite effects tab, and then I like to go into this effect right here. And then what I like to do is I like to drag it into my Photoshop, and I like to drag this up to the corner and press Control U and just move this until I get this to like a nice red color that matches the thumbnail. So yeah, right there is pretty good. So then I just press Control J on my keyboard, and then press Control T, and then I just move this over here into the next corner. And as you can see, there are two different shapes. So that's what we want. We want something different on each corner. So then you just press Control J again to duplicate this one over here. And then you just drag it over here, put it in the corner, just like so. And then you do the same thing for the last and final corner. And once you do that, you guys are just going to want to put these in a group and then press Control E to merge them. And then I like to put the blend mode to linear dodge add sometimes, but for now I'm just going to keep it on screen. So yeah, that looks pretty dope. And sometimes when you group them together, they don't look so good. So yeah, now what you guys are going to want to do is just press Control U on the background layer and turn down the lightness just a tiny bit. So then what you guys are going to want to do is basically, this is the player group. So all you guys are going to want to do is make a layer above that, and then find a good red color, just like that. Press B on your keyboard to get the brush tool. And then you guys are going to want to click this arrow once again and put the size up to about, I'd say, like 800 or so, or like 850, maybe even a little bit lower, so probably like 600. So then you just click right here, put the blend mode to soft light, and then yeah. So after that, I make another layer and I put it under this group once again, and I make the brush a little bit bigger this time, and I click, and then I put the blend mode to screen. After that, I make a new layer, click down here, and then I just go to the white color, and I want to make this brush size a little bit smaller, so probably like one size smaller. So just click the brackets to make it bigger and smaller. So then you just click maybe 1 or 2 times, and then just lower the opacity a little tiny bit. So yeah, after that, you can do a text if you want. I'm just gonna do a text. So yeah, there's a good layer styles in this pack. So yeah, I'm just gonna use this blue one. So I'm gonna click on this, and this font is called Chinese Rocks. I'll put the link in the description. So basically all you guys have to do is click on it and drag it over here. So yeah, as you can see, it says layer style now. All you have to do is just change it to like best, and then best, and then put it to like jump shot. So then you can do like a little design like this maybe, and then just put it like right here. And then what I like to do with these type of text is I change the colors all to red. And did you guys hear that voice crack, bro? Like, oh my god, that was terrible. So then after that, what you guys are gonna want to do is just, as you can see, change these around so then it matches the thumbnail. You feel me? Just like that. And then once you do that, you can copy the layer style, paste it onto this, and now as you guys can see, it looks pretty dope. So then sometimes I will just center this and then just make it like that, and then I'll just probably like put it like right here or something. So yeah, something like that. So yeah, so then after that, I like to go into here, and I like to go into effects, and then I like to get some lightning right here, and then I'll just like scatter it around the thumbnail in the background. So yeah, like right over here or something. And I like to put it under everything except for the background, just like that. And then maybe over here I'll change it up and I'll only show this one side over here. So yeah, after you guys do that, what you guys are gonna want to do is, this is the most important thing. Basically what I do most of the time is I find some textures. So in this pack there's a couple textures. I use this as like the main texture, and what I do is I drag it over the lightning, and as you can see, it just adds something different. So then you just put the blend mode to overlay and lower the opacity to about like 50 or like 45. So then after this, the only thing you guys have to do now is just put your CC on and then duplicate the group over to your thumbnail document. So now what you guys are going to want to do is just take the example screenshot off and just try on these CCs and see which one looks better. So yeah, probably going to go with CC2. And then what I do is I'll just put must use on, and then I don't really like this white light being so bright, so I'm going to turn it down just a tiny bit. So yeah, once you guys do that, all you guys really have to do is just hold shift, click on the CC layer, and then click on the background layer. So now all of these layers are selected. So then what you guys are going to want to do is just press Control G, and then as you can see, there's a whole layer of the whole entire thumbnail. So then you just press Control J, Control E, and then if you want to, I kind of added, I forgot to add this, but if you outline this and put color overlay green and then do an outer glow of green on a new layer so that the jump shot meters can glow, it's actually in this pack too. So yeah, I think a lot of people knew that already. So yeah, once you guys do that, all you guys are going to want to do is duplicate the group, press Control E, and then go to filter, other, high pass. Make sure the radius is on 10 this time, and then press OK. So now what you're going to want to do is just change the blend mode to overlay. So now as you guys can see, this makes this look 30 times better. So then maybe there's a couple of spots that maybe stand out a little bit too much, kind of like his face right here and right here. So I'm going to probably turn down the opacity. So yeah, man, I hope you guys did enjoy this, bro. This is basically a thumbnail tutorial in Photoshop CS6 or CC, depending on what you have. So yeah, make sure you guys go cop the Honor Pack or the Tempo Pack by Tempo. I'll put both of the links of the GFX packs in the description, and then I'll also put the link to my MyPlayer tutorial screenshots in the description. So yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, man, drop a like, sub, and comment, man. Comment your favorite designer in the 2K community. But yeah, thank you guys so much.